Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity CEO Show. Glad you're here today. We have one thing and one thing in store for you to help you live your best life or start to grow your business. Today, we're talking about stop trying to be someone else. And I'm not saying you stop trying to be somebody else. I'm speaking to myself, Ramon Ray. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. If we have time today, we're going to talk about a hack that happened on somebody's Slack account and more because they failed to implement two-factor authentication. So I'm going to talk about that. But the main flagship lesson of the day is really encouraging us all to stop trying to be somebody else, to be ourselves. We're going to dive into that today. I hope you're feeling pretty good today. If you're not feeling too good, well, I hope spending a few minutes with me today can help you feel just a little bit better. And if you've joined me on the show today and you're feeling amazing, well, I'm glad you can join me on the show today and we can be together in your amazingness. So sit back, relax, buckle up, get ready to share, comment. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, can you do me a favor? Can you take a screenshot of the sheet of the screen you're watching this on and DM it to me? I'd be so tickled. I'd be tickled brown. I'd be grateful if you could do that. Share it out with others. Let people know you're watching today's show, The Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. Joining good people like Ayanna and so many others who watch this show on a regular basis. And if you're looking for piano lessons for your child or yourself, you want to check out the musical web where Ayanna has her home. Listen, let's sit back. Brand new day here, brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. We're going to start that show in just a second because you're here today. Let's get going. And in fact, I am going to lead with this today. I'm going to touch on one thing before we get into the main flagship topic of the day of stop trying to be somebody else. This guy here used to work at Disney. He used to work at Disney until he didn't. And he worked at Disney and he downloaded a cool software application to help him do something. Downloaded it from a site called GitHub, a reputable site, downloaded it and thought he could use this tool for his business. Many of you download tools like this, the free weather app, the free photo sharing app, the free thing to make your face look fancy, the free thing to help you save money, the free thing to help you save 20 cents or 20% when you're buying something online, the free e-commerce tracker. You buy these tools. This guy downloaded this free tool from a reputable site, but it was a Trojan horse. It was a Trojan horse that he downloaded. He double-clicked the executable file. It installed on his computer. And lo and behold, it was a key logging software to track every keystroke he was downloading. And his whole account was compromised. It got into his password protected app as well, 1Password Manager, which was the main password app to store all of his other passwords. But the simple thing he didn't do, and this is so important to do, why I wanted to bring you this reminder today, is he didn't have two-factor authentication installed. Alexandra Nicole, do you have two-factor authentication installed? Do you use it? Do you even know what 2FA is? Ayanna, do you install two-factor authentication on your systems? So before we get into the main topic of the day, is stop being yourself. Stop trying to be someone else, rather. Stop trying to be someone else. I wanted to remind you all, if you don't want to be like him, this good guy, I don't even know his name. I should know his name. Wall Street Journal reported on him. But it just goes to show you the fact that, man, hackers are out there. Nefarious characters are out there to steal your data and steal your information. And if you're downloading all these free tools, all these free things, trying to get to the next level and get little free things and get hacks for your computers and shortcuts and all that, hacks in a good way, I meant their one, but you may have a hacker who can break in through a tool that you unknowingly download, and it is a Trojan horse masquerading as a good tool that probably will work well, but in the back end, the little hackers have gateway to your computer. So be careful what you download and make sure you use two-factor authentication on all of your accounts, especially your banking accounts, your communication accounts, whether you have Google or Microsoft, things like that, so that if somebody tries to change or access it and the platforms are sensing pretty well that it's other people, that you can be alerted and have a chance to block them out. Alexandria Nicole says definitely she's using two-factor authentication. Our assets are too important to not protect. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, five-time author, five-time entrepreneur, sold 3 companies. If you don't have my book yet, The Celebrity CEO, definitely check it out on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com and get the book, Celebrity CEO. If you don't have it on Zone of Genius, you want to check out zoneofgenius.com, sign up for our email newsletter, and celebrityceo.com. So let me get to the flagship story of the day today. Stop trying to be yourself. self. I've looked at the career of Kevin Hart for some time now. Maybe don't know him well. He's not my golfing buddy. I've never been around him. But I admire the man just from a distance. He's a comedian. He's funny. He's an actor. He has a production companies, invests with other people and do all the kind of cool things. And sometimes I find myself, man, I want to be like that. Not the wealth and jealousy, but like moving from admiring somebody, which is good, to like just maybe I can try to be like him. And that's dangerous because I'm not Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart is not me. Stop trying to be somebody else. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. Another person I've looked at, and in fact, I've shared the stage with one of his comedians, like, Steve Harvey has a morning show, so I think it's called Cousin or Junior, I believe it is, and looked at Steve Harvey from afar. He's Judge Steve Harvey. He hosts Family Feud for a long time now. He has his own comedic tour, and again, another similar thing there, his humor, which I always like, and he's a man. He's the talent, and he has his hands in a few different things, and I've looked at that, but I wondered, was I trying to be like Steve Harvey? Was I trying to be like Steve Harvey? I'm not Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's not me. But I always tell people I want to be the Steve Harvey of small business or the Kevin Hart of small business. And I think sometimes I've gotten myself trying to be like them a bit too much. And it spans across racial lines and ethnicities because my other person who I do know personally and have been on stage with many times and have multiple copies of their books and pretty much try to buy and invest in everything they put out is my friend Seth Godin, who's written well over 20 books, all New York Times bestseller, leading marketer, the father of today's permission marketing. He's been at this for 30, 40 or more years, is an entrepreneur, has been a freelancer, knows about a lot of things from how to make chocolate. He knows how to juggle. He used to do magic tricks he builds kayaks, photography, just what an eclectic bunch of skills he has. A book packager, book publisher, and more. So many titles and hats he's worn. And this is someone right here I've looked at close to over the years, and I found myself kind of wanting to be like him. But I'm not him. I'm not Seth Godin. Ramon Ray is not Seth Godin. Seth Godin is not Ramon Ray. And I can never be Seth Godin, and Seth Godin can never be me. But it got me thinking, am I trying to be like other people too much? And where it gets in a bad way. So I wanted to touch on that a bit today and see if it resonated with you, see if it helps you, and to encourage you today, instead of trying to be like somebody else, which you can never be, instead, what about being the best version of yourself? The best version of yourself, who God intended you to be. Can we just do that for a minute? Just be the best version of ourselves, who we can intend to be. Yes, we can admire others. We can admire others, admire the goodness that others see in us, admire others, but be you. Be who you are. You can't change who you are. Now, if you have some bad habits, your habits can change, but the ethos and fundamentals of who you are, that can't change. My encouragement today is to focus less on your weaknesses and more on your strengths. We all have strengths that we can do better at and hone in on. Other weaknesses, we can do a little bit better in those. We don't want to, take our weaknesses for granted and say, well, that's just the way I am and that's the way it's going to be. No. We can do better. So definitely we want to focus and see where we're weak at and where we can do better at. But we definitely don't want to go so far as to be somebody else, because you can't be somebody else. Encouraging you to improve yourself just a little bit daily. And I would say more so focus on your strengths. Maybe that's why, as I said before, I kind of resonate with Kevin Hart, this comedian, the talent, as I'm often referred to when I work with the brands that I work with, the talent. I like that. Some of you like to be the consultant, the strategist. You like to do the details. That's not me. Or as I refer to my other person I look at, Steve Harvey. He can focus on his strength with the things he doesn't do so well. And I look at my icon, my mentor, someone I've looked up to for years, Seth Godin. I can't be him, but I can learn how he uses the stage. And in fact, he's one who introduced me to better graphics. Looking at his graphics and his presentations, they were simple. Way before there was AI graphics. He's the one who showed us, if you're talking about an apple, you don't have to have an apple in 5,000 different points. You could just have a picture of an apple and then talk to those points. So that's the message of the day today. We can improve ourselves a little bit every single day and focus on our strengths. Here's what I encourage us today to focus on, Alexandria and Ayanna, and those out there listening to the sound of my voice, watching me right now, to ask yourself what you love. Because when you hone in the intersection of what do you love and then can get paid to do, that's where things start to get interesting. As we talk about today, stop trying to be somebody else. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. When I think of myself, what do I love? I love this. I love audience engagement and sharing with others in this type of fashion. A little bit entertaining, definitely informative, high energy. That's me. I can do it all day long with just a cup of tea and maybe some Ricola. I love this. Some of you like strategy calls and mapping out things. My son likes that a lot. That's not me. But as you're looking to get there, as you're looking to change the dynamics of who you are and how you're showing up and what you're doing, then the next level comes in, and that's to ask yourself, what do you listen to? What do you watch? Who influences you? Because as you're trying to get to the next level in your career, to be the next version of who God wants you to be, it's important to surround yourself with people who can help you get to that next level in that next way. Do you enjoy being in the background and planning out long-form details? Hone in on that then. Do you enjoy being at the front and having the mic and leading people and bringing and shining the light on people? Then hone in on that. Maybe details like it's not with me is not your thing, or maybe you do well in both. Maybe you like having your hands in the dirt and doing gardening or construction. Hone in on that and see how you can go all in on that and more. But one thing I encourage you just not to do is stop trying to be somebody else. And who you surround yourself with, whether it's through podcasting, what you read, what you watch, what you listen to, all those things will impact you for sure. And that's why my encouragement today is stop trying to be somebody else. Because you know how uncomfortable it is to try to live your life being somebody else? It's incredibly hard to do. But when you start to live life of yourself, of your own abundance that God's made you to be, that's when it starts to get interesting. Another thing I have for today is stop looking for others for your fulfillment, for your benchmark for success. Again, we can look at others. We can admire others. We can see something or one or two things in other people that we can say, you know what? I like that for my life. That's not jealousy. That's not bad. That's admiration in a good way. But we shouldn't be jealous. We shouldn't be a bird trying to wonder why we can't stay underwater like an alligator. And we shouldn't be an alligator trying to wonder why we can't fly. That's not how we were designed. That's not how we were designed to be. When we get it mixed up, we don't feel fulfilled. Alexandria, thank you for what you shared here. We often imitate those we admire before finding our own voice. Due to the natural process of learning and growth, where we model ourselves after those we respect before developing our unique style, perspective, or path. However, we do it. Remaining authentic to ourselves during the process is imperative. Alexandria Nicole, I couldn't have said it better myself. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing this gem with us today. This is what I mean today. This doesn't mean you can't admire others. This doesn't mean others can't help us see what the possibility is. Others can't help us see what the benchmark of success is. Yes, 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 yes. But as I said before, if you're a pig wondering why you can't gallop like a horse, you're going to be living a miserable life. If you're a horse wondering why you can't fly like an eagle, you're going to be utmost miserable. If you're an eagle wondering you can't jump to tree branch like a monkey, you're going to be utmost miserability. Hence my encouragement today to us today is encouraging us to stop trying to be somebody else. And I talk about these principles, something like this being the celebrity CEO. The celebrity CEO of our business means what? Getting attention for our businesses, building trust for our businesses, and then earning the right to make a sale. But it's not being somebody else. I'm the celebrity CEO, being who I am, leveraging my personal brand. It's my personal brand to grow my business and take my brand to the next level. Your personal brand has to be leveraged like you. Your personal brand has to be leveraged for you. And your personal brand, yes, you out there, I'm talking to you. Your personal brand has to be leveraged to grow your business for yourself. This is the beauty of personal branding. It's like a beautiful Napoleon quart of ice cream, or pint of ice cream, quart of ice cream. You got chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Some people like a little chocolate. Some people like a little vanilla. Some people like a little strawberry. And if the chocolate's trying to be the vanilla, ooh, that's kind of messed up. The vanilla's trying to be the strawberry, that's kind of messed up. The strawberry's trying to be the chocolate, that's messed up. Stop trying to be somebody else, but be you. And my encouragement today is seek to add value to others. Yes. Build relationships with people who can add value to you. This is the key. This is the thing that's missed some time, in my humble opinion, is we don't seek to add enough value. We tend to take and take and take and take and take and suck and take away more than we tend to want to add value. This is important. This is the important way that we can do it. How are we adding value? How are we sharing? My name is Ramon Ray. This has been the Rundown with Ramon. Looking at some of the headlines of the day today. Prada nears a $1.6 billion Versace deal. Did you know you're never too small to buy a business? You're never too big to buy a business. Have you thought about growing your business through acquisition? It's something we small business owners don't think about quite a bit. As I shift the stage, hey, Dana Cox, but have you thought about buying a business? I've been looking at Flippa.com, online site where websites are and e-commerce businesses and blogs are bought and sold. As you're thinking of growing your business, as I shift the conversation, ding, 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 ding. Have you thought about buying a business or selling a business? Apple confronts AI shortcomings under the headline looking at here. Well, AI is only going to grow. And do you know what happens? The big billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies that are investing into AI and leveraging it and giving it as a platform for us, we, the consumer, are only going to benefit. As Claude, owned by Anthropic, as ChatGPT, owned by OpenAI, as Bard, or I forgot Google's AI is called, invested in and leveraged by Google, as Zoho AI leverages what they're doing, Microsoft Copilot and tools as they're doing, and all these companies are doing more and more. As Intuit QuickBooks leverages all it's doing for us, we small businesses are going to win at the end of the day. AI is only going to grow, and companies like Apple are figuring out how they can get their piece of the pie and how they can get us to use it more. Philip Morris is considering exiting from the cigar business. Hey, listen, everything takes time. I don't mean that just means cigars or cigarettes. And totally, I doubt that means cigarettes totally. But I guess maybe they had a little cigar business there. Sometimes you got to shift what you're doing. Sometimes you have to shift what you're doing. The headline looking here, workers are wary of AI on the job. How do you feel about that? Those of you who are employees, those of us who are working for ourselves, we probably look at AI a bit different. We're definitely using it in our businesses to serve our clients. But did you know what? AI is a powerful tool, but it's going to take some people's jobs. It's already out there. If you're in the creative services industry, charging $500, $1,000, $200, whatever it is, an hour for your creative services that may have taken you 23 hours to do, your clients know you're using AI. Your clients know that's cut down from 23 hours to possibly 2, 3, 4, 5 hours because of AI. You're using, instead of 10 people, 3 people. They know it. They're using AI too. Hence, should you be adjusting your rates? This is the reality to consider, people. This is the reality to consider. Cava, the food company, pivots for 2025, pivoting how their food, what they're doing in their restaurants, how they're serving their meals. Alexandria, if you're not considering how to pivot, that's a problem. Dana, are you considering how you may have to pivot? Ayanna, are you considering how you have to pivot? I've pivoted and morphed on this show, seeing how I can better serve you all. how I do headlines, how I do thumbnails, how I do the lower thirds you see below there. But the one thing that's consistent is this. The one thing that's consistent is this. I encourage you, if you like what you're hearing today, if you've enjoyed this show, check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Don't forget to download, sign up for zoneofgenius.com. Don't miss out. Every week, we send you a digest of things you need to know for your business. So you want to check that out at zoneofgenius.com. And if you want to leverage how to build your personal brand more, check us out at celebrityceo.com. Hey, everybody, it's a brand new day. My name is Ramon Ray. It's been a pleasure to serve you today and be with you today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope it brought something to you. Hope it did. Love this. Alexander Nicole saying, wait, what? Kava? How are they pivoting? What are they doing? Tell me they're not going anywhere. Well, here's what it says. Kava projects slow, strong, continued growth after closing fiscal 2024 with significant revenue and 15 additional stores, Alexandria. The fast casual chain, as I'm reading here from LinkedIn, plans to open an additional 62 to 66 locations. So that's how they're pivoting. They're going to open more locations and focusing on technology investments to enhance customer and employee experiences. This, Alexandria, as you know, is where smart companies are moving. Those who are strong and growing, it's how do we enhance the employee experience, internal communications, and more, and how do we enhance the customer experience. The brand has seen higher engagement since relaunching its loyalty program. That's a nugget. They've got a loyalty program that they're using, which seems to be working, and will introduce a new labor model to optimize staffing. If you're not leveraging technology in your business, you're going to lose out. They're also redesigning its spaces with softer seating and more greenery to encourage more customer gatherings. Have you heard that before? Have you heard that before? Who else is rethinking their whole model? Starbucks as well. Starbucks as well. Companies must constantly adjust. I'm doing in my own small business. Am I serving my audience? Am I serving my customers well? Come on now. Robert Kennedy says, my wife loves Kava. Me? It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I like the one, Robert, that says green in it. I don't go out a lot on these things, but I don't know if it says green. There's one, if you tell me the top 10 brands like this, I'm sure it'll come to mind, but not True Green, something. I forgot the name of it. Oh, maybe it has bowl in the name. I don't know. But there's one I had some chicken, man. It was soft and juicy and tender. Everybody, guess what time it is? It's time for me to wrap up this show. It's been good to be with you all today. CEO.com, and I'd be honored if you're looking for someone to speak at your next event, host your next event, hit me up, let me know how I can add value to you. Make today great. Make today beautiful. DM somebody, call somebody, let somebody know you're thinking about them. Encourage somebody today. Encouragement is something that never goes out of style. Encouragement. Have an amazing day. Be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day, because I enjoy you being here today on the Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. Don't forget to go to zoneofgenius.com. Sign up. Don't miss out. Go to celebrityceo.com. All things personal branding. Sign up. See you next time in the next edition of the Rundown with Ramon, the Celebrity CEO Show. Thanks so much.